Jordan Peele is back with his latest film, Nope. And ladies and gentlemen, it's dope. Bars. What's good, my fellow film fiends? I go by Kevin Demos, aka the Film Fiend himself, and today we'll be getting into Jordan Peele's latest installment, Nope. The residents of a lonely gulch in inland California bear witness to an uncanny and chilling discovery. Let me start off by saying I absolutely loved Nope. It's a fantastic movie in my opinion from beginning to end, and Jordan Peele's most complete film. And what I mean by that, he has Get Out and Us as his previous films. Love Get Out. Us is a topic for another day, but those films in my opinion were a little bit incomplete, and what I mean by that is that I personally could pick holes in each and every one of those films. For example, I wasn't a big fan of how the dialogue for those characters were written, and also some of the situations that he put those characters in were, a little bit head scratching and unbelievable. But here, I bought everything. The script was well written, the dialogue was extremely tight and witty. The situation these characters are in are believable in the most part, and especially the main characters. I could personally see me, if I was in that situation, doing what they're doing for the most part. And I love the atmosphere this film built from honestly from the go. The first 5 minutes of this film, so much happens, and it kind of confirms you and lets you know what you're in for. And the specialty about Nope is the fact this is a whole new genre for Jordan Peele. Get Out and Us are more of the psychological thriller, but here this is just a flat out sci-fi film. And it's Jordan Peele's take of a sci-fi film, because he takes a concept that we're all so familiar with, and he really turns it on the top of its head and makes it his own thing. And man, is it scary and bone chilling. Honestly, it has some of the scariest imagery that I've seen in quite some time. There's a particular shot, I'm not going to spoil it, it just has to do with a house, and it's from the exterior of the house. I'll just leave it at that. And if you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. But oh my God. Yeah, Jordan Peele really understands the element of horror and how to present it in a very uneasy, uncomfortable manner, man. Oh my Lord. But besides that, let me get into the characters themselves. Daniel Kaluuya's character is absolutely fantastic in my opinion. I see I've heard some people complain with how his character is, because he seems one track minded, very shy and monotone and pushed off. But in my opinion, I feel like the film, that's how he was presented in the beginning of the film, but the later on that you go, his character really involves and has a nice little character arc in my opinion. Because in the beginning in the film, he's that way because he's put in a situation where the spotlights is on him, and he's not that type of character, and he comes off as shy and he's out of his element. But later on, when the film progresses and there's a reveal that happens, you see that his character is more alert, more expressive, and he's more in his element, especially because he's a horse trainer and he knows these animals, in and out. And he, like, when he's explaining like animals, you see his demeanor is very, he's upright, he's expressive in his tone, and he knows exactly what he's pinpointing everything one by one. In the beginning of the film, he was a little push off and shy, and I loved that element of his character. But also, I think I owe a huge apology to Keke Palmer, because I have not been a fan of her acting, because I haven't seen her much that really, that wowed me. But here, having a director like Jordan Peele and having a role with substance, whoo, man, she was amazing. Her character and Daniel Kaluuya's character, they play off each other so well because they're the polar opposites of each other. And she plays her role to the T, man, I'm telling you. And I love how in the beginning of the film, these characters you're introduced to these characters, they're a certain way, but the relationship is so layered and it develops, oh my God, so well. They honestly have one of the most heartwarming, heart-touching moments in this film alone. And talking about multi-layered, another aspect of this film, like the story, the film itself is extremely kind of simplistic, but also weirdly multi-layered and complex. It's a beautiful blend that takes this film to a whole another level, man. I was blown away by the concept. Jordan Peele is a madman in my opinion, because not in a million years I personally could come up with an idea like that. Maybe that's why I'm in basement shooting YouTube videos instead of what he's doing. So enough said. But man, I thoroughly enjoyed this film. And as far as negatives, some of the negatives I have, I would say some of the side characters, their decision making, especially one in particular, was a bit head scratching. Didn't really make sense, and there's this subplot that, in my opinion, doesn't really make sense and could have done without having it in the film altogether. And I don't think it would change much from the film, in my opinion. And also, the ending could have used a little bit more explanation, because I get what they were going for, but it was a little bit like, oh, okay, how did that happen? And another issue I have, I can't really bring up because that's more of the spoiler. It's definitely the spoiler territory. And I also gotta say, I didn't put this as a negative because I've seen a lot of people don't like the pacing of the film because they call it slow. I didn't have that issue. I believe this film is over 2 hours, and it flew by to me because I feel like the pacing of this film was fantastic. The slower parts made sense because it's exposition, but smartly done exposition and needed exposition in a film like that. When you're dealing, I'm very vague right now because this film is not what you expect it to be, in my opinion. And I feel like everything, how it was handled as far as the progression of the film, was wonderful. It was extremely slow pacing at times, but it was building up this very uneasy atmosphere that leads to an amazing third act, in my opinion. And yeah, and with all that is why I'm giving Nope a 4.5 star out of 5. A bone-chilling epic that breaks the barriers of the sci-fi genre. It's as funny as it is scary, and it cements Jordan Peele as a groundbreaking director. Man, I can't stop gushing about this film. I love it. I absolutely love it. It exceeded my expectations in pretty much every way possible. I did not know how Jordan would bounce back after Us, if he would at all, and he surely did, man. This is the type of film that I honestly believe cinema has been missing for some time. They don't make films of this nature anymore, and to see somebody like Jordan Peele actually attempt this, it's wonderful, man. It's really wonderful. I implore you to go check this out if you haven't. It made about 44 million opening week. So there's a lot of people that hasn't gotten a chance to see it. But yeah, do yourself a favor, check it out. And when you do, come back. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this film. And yeah, like, subscribe, the whole 9 yard. And Kevin D. Moss. Until next time, I'm out. Thank you.